Hi folks, it's Mike Murphy, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to install Gemini CLI on a Mac. Gemini CLI is a free open source agent that runs in your terminal or command line interface. If you are familiar with Claude Code, Gemini CLI is similar in that it also runs in the terminal. Gemini CLI runs on Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro large language model, which is incredibly powerful and free. The Gemini 2.5 Pro model has a massive context window of 1 million tokens. That is the amount of text or code that Gemini can work with at one time. To put the context window of Gemini 2.5 Pro model in perspective, the giant novel War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy has 587,000 words. That is almost 200,000 words less than what Gemini can handle in one single text prompt. Imagine you're a student, maybe even an English major like I was, and you had to read War and Peace for class. You could copy and paste the entire War and Peace into one text prompt. Ask Gemini to summarize the novel, maybe write you a couple of essays. Gemini would not even break a sweat. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to install and run Gemini CLI on macOS, but you can also run it on Linux or Windows operating systems. There are two prerequisites before you can install Gemini CLI. The first, you must have Node.js, which is a free open source runtime environment for JavaScript, and you must have version 20 or higher installed. And the second is HomeBrew. HomeBrew is a package manager for Mac and Linux. To check and see if you have Node.js installed on your computer, remember I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to open up the terminal and I'm just going to type in node, N-O-D-E, space, 1 dash, and the letter V. V stands for version. I'm just going to tap return. If it returns a version number, so for me I have version 22.20.0, that is higher than version 20, so I am good to go. Now, if you ran the node/v and it came up something like not found, well, then you just need to install node.js, and it is super easy to do. Open a web browser, go to nodejs.org. You can just click Get Node, choose your operating system, click macOS installer. This is going to download a .pkg or a package file. All you have to do is just double click on the package file, just run through the installer, and just go back to terminal and just confirm that you did install it correctly. Type in node space -v, tap return, and it should return the latest version that you just downloaded and installed. We'll do the same thing for HomeBrew. I'm just going to click in terminal and type out brew, B-R-E-W, space, -v for version, tap return. If you don't get a version number return, or if it says something like not found, open a web browser, go to brew.sh. That is going to take you to the HomeBrew page. As you can see here, HomeBrew is the missing package manager for Mac OS and Linux. To install HomeBrew, you can just copy this big snippet of code and paste it in the macOS terminal and Linux shell prompt, and the script is going to automatically install HomeBrew for you. Or if you prefer, you can use a package installer like you did with Node.js. Just click here, it's going to open or take you to the GitHub page for Brew. Scroll to the very bottom of the GitHub repo. You're looking for HomeBrew, followed by the latest version number ending in the .pkg file extension. Just click on that. It's going to download the package file. Just double click on the package file and just run through the installer to install the latest version of HomeBrew. And then just confirm that HomeBrew was installed correctly. So open up the terminal. We're going to type in brew, B-R-E-W, space, -v, tap return, and you should see the latest version number. Now that Node.js and HomeBrew is installed, we can now install Gemini CLI. And we are going to be using the recommended HomeBrew package installer to install Gemini CLI. For Windows users, and if you're Mac or Linux and for some reason you cannot or do not want to run Homebrew, you can install Gemini CLI using npm or Node Package Manager. But I am on a Mac with Homebrew, so I'm going to be using Homebrew. All you need to do to install Gemini CLI is just copy and paste this little snippet of code in terminal. And all that's saying is use Homebrew to install Gemini CLI. Can't get much easier than that. So I'll select it and copy it, Command C, open up terminal. I'm just going to paste it, Command V, tap return. It is auto updating Homebrew for me, so that's cool. And now it is installing Gemini CLI. So just sit back and wait. It's all finished. The install took about 1 minute. If you are new to terminal and you're always forgetting the commands to clear the window, because there's a couple ways to do it, you can just type out the word clear, C-L-E-A-R, tap return, and now you have a nice fresh and clean terminal window. And if you say, oh no, I didn't mean to clear that, well, you can just scroll up and everything that you just cleared will be right there for you. Thanks to Homebrew, Gemini CLI is now installed on my computer. In the next step, we're going to launch Gemini CLI in the terminal and then go through the one-time authentication process. If you have ever used Claude Code, launching Gemini CLI is the exact same process, only instead of typing out Claude in the terminal, all you have to do is just type out Gemini. So I'm just going to type out Gemini, tap the return key. That launches Google Gemini or Gemini CLI. I'll make the terminal window bigger so we can see the cool Gemini graphic. Tips for getting started using Gemini CLI. You can just ask it questions. You can ask it to edit files or run commands. Be specific for the best results. In Claude Code, you create a claude.md file to put the rules in the instructions that you want Claude to follow. Well, on Gemini, you're going to create a gemini.md file to do the same. This file is the configuration file. This is where you can tell Claude how you want to interact with your files and your code, etc. And to get help from Gemini at any time, all you have to do is enter the command /help. And this note right here is just telling me that I launched Gemini CLI from my Mac home directory, where it's recommended or typical that you're going to launch Gemini from a project folder that you want Gemini to interact with. And now let's go through the authentication process. Again, this is a one-time process where you're either going to log into a Google account or use your Gemini API key. I'm just going to go through the login with Google. So to select your choice, you're just going to use the up and down arrows. I'm just going to keep it on that one, log in with Google, and I'll tap return. That's going to open a web browser where you're going to just sign in to a Google account that you want to use with Gemini CLI. I'll click sign in, and that takes me to this confirmation page that tells me that Gemini Code Assist and Gemini CLI are now authorized to access my Google account. When you return to the terminal after authenticating your account, the authentication message should be gone automatically, and now you should just see a prompt window where you can just simply type in a message for Gemini, or since we have 100% context left, you could paste in all of War and Peace if you have a paper due this week. If you see an error message like you see here, now for me, this error message is referring to the fact that I launched Gemini CLI from my home directory. And because there are protected folders and files in the home directory, Gemini CLI is just pointing out a permissions error that it ran into, and this is something minor. But to view your error messages, you're going to press the Control key and tap the letter O. You'll see down here you can press Control S to show more lines, so Control S. When I launch Gemini CLI from the home directory, Gemini scans every single thing that is in that home directory. And this error message is saying, when I got to the protected.trash folder, I did not have the permissions to get in, so I was unable to get the folder structure. That's it. My Mac told Gemini, off limits. You do not have permission to get into Mike's precious .trash folder. Gemini told me, hey, I tried. Your Mac wouldn't let me in, so now I don't have the folder structure for .trash. You're on your own. No big deal. I can live with that. So to get out of this message, you're going to type in the same thing. Just press the control key, tap the letter O. You can just scroll up, and we're ready to confirm that everything is working. And so we're just going to ask Gemini a simple question to confirm. What is the best way to use the /search tool? I'll tap return, making it go beep boop. Super useful. You can just type in /search and just tell Gemini what it is that you're searching for. So maybe you want to search inside of a document for a specific word, or inside of a code base to find a little snippet of code. Or you can use search to find files or folders where they're located on your hard drive. Or maybe you just want to search the web. Well, Gemini can also go out and do a web search. So when you just enter the /, you're going to start seeing a bunch of commands you can use, and just use the down arrow to scroll through the list. Remember, you can also just type in /help, tap the return key for all the different help commands. Just like in Terminal, if you want to declutter your window, you can just simply type in /clear, tap return. That'll get you back to a nice clean terminal window for Gemini CLI. To launch Gemini CLI in a project folder instead of the home directory, I'm just going to go to this folder called Web Lab. On a Mac, I can right-click, go to Services, and choose New Terminal at Folder. This is just a shortcut that jumps me right into that folder. So now I can just launch Gemini by just typing Gemini, Gemini, tap return. And now I have launched Gemini, and notice the error message is gone, and I can just work with this folder right here, which is always showing below the prompt window, so I know where I'm at. And now I can just type in a message. I'll ask Gemini CLI, what is War and Peace novel about? In case you didn't know, War and Peace is an epic novel that is set during the time period of the Napoleonic Wars, and it focuses on the French invasion of Russia in 1812. Now you know. When you are all done with Gemini and you want to end your session, all you are going to do is type the / and type quit, QUIT, to exit the CLI. That is going to give you some stats about your session, and you'll be back in the terminal at the bottom. And now if you just want to clear the window, you're just going to type clear, and a bonus terminal tip. So I can see here that I'm still in that Web Lab project folder that we just launched. At any time when you're in terminal, if you want to get back to your home directory, all you have to do is just type out CD for change directory. You don't have to type anything else, just tap return, and now you're on your home directory, which you can tell by that little tilde. If you are a developer, or if you are a content creator, if you like the idea of Claude Code, but you don't want to pay for the premium Claude subscription, well, consider Gemini CLI. It runs in the terminal. It is awesome. It is free. All you have to do to launch it is go to terminal and just type out Gemini, and you are off to the races. And that is how to install and get up and running with Gemini CLI. My name is Mike Murphy, your AI handyman. Cheers.